Hello everyone, this is Fa Berry, back with another episode of Fa Berry Reading. Today, I'm going to read Elinor Wonders Why, The Mystery of the Zig-Zag Plant. Created by George Hirschcham and Daniel Whiteson. Probably needs to be how floppy it is. To the characters. Now, Olive always has her trunk in a book. He loves big words and has an excellent memory. For interesting facts. Elephants never forget, you know. A careful note taker too. Olive helps her friends make connections and solve nature's riddles. And Elinor is curious about everything. Why do birds have feathers? How do flowers attract bees? How tall is the tallest tree? Questions like these lead Elinor and her friends on big adventures by asking questions, making his observations, and then testing her ideas. Elinor unravels the mysteries of nature. Ari is a joker who loves making his friends laugh. When he's not clowning around, he's great at looking at problems from all sides, especially upside down. Sometimes he'll even take to the skies to help his friends find the answers to their questions. After school one day, Elinor and Olive went outside to look at their class plants. The plants had started as seeds, but they were already beginning to sprout. I hope they grow as tall as me, said Elinor. Over by the swing set, Ari was practicing his backflips. 1, 2, flip! He jumped up, twirled, and tumbled to the ground. Maybe I shouldn't have counted to 3, he said. Just then, Miss Mole came out of the school carrying a large book. How are our plants doing today? She asked. They're doing really well, Miss Mole. Oh, come see, said Elinor. They're getting so tall, said Olive. Good observation, said Miss Mole. Most plants grow up toward the sun, no matter where you plant them. Let me show you in my book. Plants grow up if they're in a field or on a hill, or even on the side of a cliff. Olive reached into her bag and for a crayon, and then held it up beside one of the plants to measure it. With the plant was 1 crayon tall. Make sure you give them a little extra water. Today, said Miss Mole. Are they extra thirsty? Asked Elinor. Well, tomorrow is the weekend. So there won't be any more water they won't hear to water them for 2 days. Elinor and Olive started to walk home. As they left, Ari decided to do one more flip. He jumped up and landed with a thud that shook the pots on the table. "Aww," "Huh?" said Ari. He picked himself up and ran to catch up with his friends. On Monday morning, Elinor and Olive arrived early to check on their plants. "This plant is 2 crayons high," said Elinor. Just then, Ari bounded across the schoolyard. "Elinor! Olive! Prepare to be impressed!" He leaped into the air, spun and crash landed in the grass. "I don't get it. I practiced all weekend." "Everyone?" "It's me," he said. "How are our plants doing?" Olive handed Ari the crayons to measure the rest of the plants. "Hey, this one isn't as tall as the others," said Ari. And it looks like a zigzag," said Sorry. "It looks like a zigzag," said Olive. Sorry. "You're right," said Elinor. "It grew up to the side, then up again. That's so interesting." Olive gave Elinor a magnifying glass from her bag. The leaves each looked the same as the other plants, so it probably wasn't a different kind of plant. And the soil looked the same too. But Elinor spotted a little pile of dirt on the table beside the zigzag plant. "I don't remember seeing that before," she said. Excuse me. Ooh, said Ari. "Maybe it's a clue." Ooh. "Something must have happened to make the blade grow into a zigzag," said Elinor. "Let's see if anyone else has any ideas. We need more observations." The three friends found Camilla in the sandbox. She asked her about the zigzag plant. "Oh, I love plants," she said. "Especially plants with flowers like the beautiful petunias in my garden, and daisies, and poppies, and roses. Roses smell so nice. And, maybe we should ask someone else," said Olive. Next, they tried koi. "Do you know why one of the glass plants grew into a zigzag?" Elinor asked. "Nope," said Koi. "Maybe. Have you ever seen a plant growing in a zigzag before?" "Nope," said Koi. Do you ever say anything besides nope?" asked Ari. Yep," Koi said, chuckling to himself as the friends walked away. Clearly, he didn't know the answer either. Then they asked Sally, who was kicking a soccer ball near the slide. "It wasn't me," she said. I wasn't even there. I was over here playing the whole time. Did you, did you say Zig-Zag? I guess the plant okay? Should we call the plant doctor? Ari sighed. I guess that's a no. Let's retrace our steps, suggested Elinor. Before we left school, all that day, we were over here talking to Miss Mole. Then we weren't at the plants. And said Olive, and we walked home, said Elinor. Ari gasped. Wait, I practiced my backflip right here before we left. He jumped in the air again and landed with a thud. The table wobbled and the Zig-Zag plant fell over. A second pile of dirt spilled from the pot up beside the first. Alright, maybe you knocked it over. Knocked over the plant while we left before the weekend, said Olive. Look, said Elinor. That part of the stem is pointing up. I picked out another clue. What do you mean? What do you mean? said Ari. I'm still clueless. First the plant grew straight up, said Elinor. Then it got knocked over, and so I had to change direction to keep going out toward the sun. That explains the zig, said Ari. But what about the zag? Good morning, kids, said Miss Mole. Oh, did that plant get knocked over again? She asked, as picking up the pot. I came into school yesterday and that plant was on its side. So I got it straight. So I said straight. Sorry. Just the three friends' eyes went wide. So when Ari, he knocked the pile over the plant turned to keep it growing up, said Olive. And when Miss Ball set the pot straight, Elinor continued the plant on again. Zig and then zag, said Ari. We solved the mystery, said Olive. That's awesome, cried Ari. He jumped high into the air, spun around, and landed in a perfect backflip. Ari, how did you do that? asked Elinor. Easy, said Ari. Wait, the trick is to think like a plane going and go up, up, up. Up, down, and sideways. Thanks for watching.